So don't do like in a row stuff.
No, you don't have to work out. It's fine.
I'll just do like player points, like just specifics.
Just overall. Well, wait, me and Lou will get specifics, and then you can just do overall statistics. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like three turnovers in a row.
We're live?
In like 5 minutes.
Or do you mean like you guys would have like?
Looks like we're live.
Like this is like three corners in a row, but I'll do like specifics as in like this is like.
We're live. Let's go. All right, welcome to the Xavier versus LaSalle triple header. I'm Lou Orlando.
I'm Jonathan Majida.
I'm McAllister Whiting.
All right.
Here we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Tonight, LaSalle taking on Xavier in a triple header. Freshman, JV, varsity, all here for you tonight.
Can't wait. We got about 13 minutes to game time, so we'll just do a little preview before this freshman game starts. And we'll just go over, a few key players that we've seen on the freshman team. First guy we're going to watch today, Jeremiah Osei-Tutu, number 2. He's the point guard for the Xavier Knights. And this kid is good. If you watch the triple header, when he played against Farrell, he was lining up from three-point range. He was hitting almost everything. And he was their best player out there. I'm going to look for him to really, be the captain out there, lead the ship. And then a couple other guys to look for today. Brady Anderson, number 11. We've watched him, one of the nicer shots on the team. Really good at driving. He's got great speed, great athleticism. And then, Donald Hilton. He's going to be another guy to look for, number 13. He's got great size, great athleticism. He's going to be really dominant driving and in the post, and he's got a really nice mid-range shot. So those are the 3 guys I'm watching for Xavier today.
Yeah, Xavier, last game, we saw them in Farrell. Very tough when it came to rebounding, boxing out, and when it came to free throws. But I talked to many players on the team, such as Jimmy Myers, such as Jeremiah, such as Diego Gonzalez. I talked to them, and they were saying how that's one thing they were really focusing on in practice was the free throws, because that was really what they were struggling in the game against Farrell.
Of course. I mean, that killed them in the first half. I think they went, 2 for 10 free throws and ended up being, the difference in the game. But, I mean, you talk about that game against Farrell, and that was the closest of the 3 games. I mean, you just saw, the hustle out there. They, fighting for boards, it was the most even turnover-wise. So it was a pretty clean game.
Right.
You talk about hustle. One of the guys that stood out to me was Diego Gonzalez.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
in the first half, he did all the small things: rebounding, hustling, playing defense. And then the second half, he really started to come to life offensively, and we saw a really nice fadeaway shot. We saw he really became a factor in that second half. So he's another guy I would look for. I mean, this is a pretty solid freshman team, but now we're talking about they lost. They lost that last game against Farrell. It's going to be a bit demoralizing because that was a tough game. They're probably a little down, but I mean, this is going to be a good chance. Get back on in the winning column here today.
Right. I 100% agree. That's really what we have to look forward to in this game tonight.
All right. About 10 minutes to go, and we just look at some of Xavier's stats. You look at Jeremiah Osei-Tutu averaging 16 points a game, leading the team in points. What do you expect from him today?
I expect for him to do exactly what I planned for him to do last week, or the last game, and it's that to execute. We really are expecting him to be driving. We're expecting him when it's outside shooting. That is really what I'm really hoping for him tonight. However, we also have to look at LaSalle. LaSalle is really also a team that I'm looking forward to. Jamar Smith, averaging 19 points per game, 5'6", 125 pounds in a freshman year. He is absolutely phenomenal. When I say phenomenal, I mean phenomenal. He's looking to go to Duke, and he wants to play in the NBA, and he's also hoping to play baseball in the spring. This is a guy who's all around, and he is a star for LaSalle.
Another guy I would look for, Donald Campbell, number 33, averaging 14 points a game, and he has the one thing that Jamar Smith doesn't have. He has the height, standing at 6 feet. Now, this LaSalle team, it's not a particularly tall team, but they've got a few guys, and we talked about the way, we talked about in the last game, the way Farrell was able to beat Xavier with their height. Now, the freshman team at Xavier, not a particularly huge team. And Farrell was really able to take advantage of their size in that game. So I would look for him to really step up in the post. And he's about, average. He's comparable with the tall kids, not towering above any of the Xavier guys, but averaging 14 points a game. He's doing something right. I would use for him to use his body, use his physicality, and step up today.
I just got news from the coach. Dawkins is out, and Josh Lewis will be wearing number 24 today.
All right.
For LaSalle. So let's actually look at that, because this is a huge piece of information that we just got. Josh Lewis, 4 points per game, 5'6", also in the 9th grade. But let's also look at Java Dawkins, 3 points per game. So we're seeing Josh Lewis much better on the PPG. However, let's look at it all around. Assists also and rebounds would also go to Javon. So I'm seeing all around from him, and he's really dominating. And I'm really excited to see how this switch by the head coach is actually going to be effective today.
Oh, absolutely. And, just looking at this LaSalle team and, watching them warm up, we got the roster. They got a lot of guards. They only have a few big men. They're a small team. So, one of the ways small teams succeed is through shooting and, through their athleticism, through their, they're able, the small kids, a lot of times they're able to drive. We saw that with, Jeremiah. He's got a really strong drive because he's able to move his body and he's able to avoid guys down at the post, and that's a key for him. So I look, for LaSalle, we're going to look for speed, we're going to look for hustle, and we're going to look for good shooting out of him. If they want to contend with Xavier, Xavier loves to shoot the three, and they do it pretty well. And, Jeremiah Osei Tutu, he sinks it from deep range. That's a big factor in all of Xavier's games. So if LaSalle's going to want to contend with Xavier, they're really going to have to shoot the ball well today.
Oh, absolutely. Xavier really has to play the game smart. And, we see it in a lot, especially in high school basketball. It's the matter of how are you playing on defense and how defense actually wins games. And we're going to see that tonight or today is how is the defense actually going to be executed.
Oh, yeah, so you have to think, right, turnover control, that's going to be a key. We talk about the JV game against Farrell where the turnover ratio was like 19-6.
Right.
That's a killer. I mean, and obviously that's, that's a bit of an outlier. You usually don't have that many turnovers in a game, but they're going to have to control the turnovers today because, that's going to be one of LaSalle's focus points is, to be fast on defense, to pressure Xavier. We saw Farrell do it. We saw Farrell do the press, and Xavier's JV team wasn't able to handle it. So, that's going to be a key. Is turnovers, limiting the turnovers. Turnovers are always a key in games. So, let's see if Xavier can limit that today.
Let's go over who my sleeper of the week is, and it's Diego Gonzalez. Averaging 10 rebounds a game, 6 points per game, and 2 assists per game. But against Farrell, he was really the main focus of how Xavier was keeping up with the Farrell offense because he was playing excellent defense and he was actually driving to the basket on every play, drawing fouls, and really bringing back Xavier and keeping them in the contention for the win.
Oh, absolutely. He was the best player in the second half out there. I mean, you just saw him. There was almost nothing the D could do to stop him, and I mean, he was just doing everything right on the court. I think he's a coach. He's a coach's dream out there. And so, he's definitely my sleeper, even if he's not, starting today. I would expect him to have an impact coming off the bench.
Oh, absolutely. We will, just for a heads up to you guys at home, we will be giving interviews to the coaches, players, live analysis, all coming up. We are down to 5 minutes just about until game time for Xavier versus LaSalle.
All right. And as we wrap things up here, and, we look at some of the kids on the Xavier team. Xavier's got a pretty deep roster, 15 kids. It's, it's a pretty big roster. And, we talk about how they're not overwhelming in height, but, I mean, they've got a lot of 6 feet kids. You look at it, they got 5 kids at about, 6 feet or greater, which is going to be big for them, is how they can use their size. One guy we didn't see on the roster last time against Xavier Farrell because he was on probation is Will Brady, standing at 6'2", freshman from Westchester. He played football, so see how he's going to have an impact today. That height that can always have a big impact. And I'm looking at Ronald Mullally. It says here that he is 6'6". I don't know if that's a typo. I hope it's not, because 6'6", that's pretty big, and that could be huge impact. It might be a typo. I'm not sure. I don't see anyone 6'6" out here right now.
For the record, it is a typo.
It is a typo, right?
It is a typo, yeah.
How tall is he?
If they were 6'6",
I believe he's 5'6".
5'6", all right. That's a big.
We'll go to 5'6".
That's a
It's
big
about
difference.
A foot.
All right,
But,
that's a big difference. But I mean, regardless, I mean, there's still a pretty decent,
Right.
you know, amount of height on the team. You talk about Donald Hilton, Matt Valentino, Will Brady, Diego Gonzalez. These are all kids with pretty good height that, you know, if they can use it today against a LaSalle team that's, you know, relatively smaller compared to them, it's almost like the tables have turned. We talked about Farrell, their height, and how they're able to use that, you know, to their advantage against Xavier. Now let's see if Xavier can turn the tables and use it to their advantage against LaSalle here.
Oh, absolutely. Let's really look at Will Brady. So he really hasn't played much, but
I don't know if he's played at all.
Right, exactly. So let's think. What are we trying to expect from Will Brady? He's 6'2". What are you really expecting from a guy like Will Brady?
Well, I know he's an athlete. I mean, obviously he made the football team, and I'm pretty sure he did play well. I mean, talk about we asked them, we gave them interviews, and we said, you know, write down some interesting stuff about you. He wrote one word, stud, and I think that sums up everything about this kid. He expects to be good, and I expect him to be good. I mean,
absolutely.
You can tell by his physique, he is an athlete. You know, he plays football. I think he's going to have that tough football mentality, and I expect him to do well today.
Look at that, Jeremiah in warm-up, shooting three-point shots, warming up that three-point range, and making sure that it is 100% ready to go in gameplay.
I mean, you talk about the shots he was taking, just deep contested shots, just unfazed. I mean, you have to expect more of that today. I mean, he was unstoppable. His shot's really going to be, it's probably the best shot on their team. So I would look definitely for him and Brady if they can shoot the ball well today, because, you know, you watch Brady in warm-ups, and he really can shoot the ball well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Interesting thing, I don't see Brady in warm-ups. I wonder if he's here today. It doesn't look like he is. So that would be a big void for them to fill if they don't have Brady. Brady, you know, he averages 14 points. He averages 12. He averages 12 points a game, which is, you know, that's no small number. That's a pretty big third in points per game. And, you know, if you've watched him in warm-ups, he can shoot the ball, he can drive, he's athletic, he's a tough kid. So this is going to be a big loss for Xavier. Let's see if they can overcome, you know, not having Brady Anderson.
Well, let's zoom in on half court. Half court right now, we have LaSalle and Xavier working together. Handshakes, sign of great sportsmanship. That is Dennis and that is Jeremiah, both giving some warm spirits to LaSalle.
All right, and let's quickly talk about, you know, in the absence of Brady Anderson, who's really going to need to step up today? Obviously, Donald Hilton, second in points per game. He's really he's going to have to step up today. I would expect Matt Valentino. Matt Valentino is another starter averaging about 6 points per game. We talk about, you know, Dennis Keller, another guy, 6 points per game. These are all guys that could step up. You know, they're going to get more opportunities today without Brady Anderson. Right. And then, you know, Diego Gonzalez, maybe without Brady, he comes in, he starts today.
Right, of course.
So maybe, you know, maybe he gets a boost in his stats and he, you know, helps the team go the extra mile.
I 100% agree. It's a matter of who is going to be the one that's going to want to step up and contest LaSalle and pull through for Xavier High School.
I think also something really good to mention is that Valentino, he has 10 rebounds per game. That's amazing, you know, for the freshman team. And it'll also be really helpful against, you know, a bunch of LaSalle's other players. You know, they have a couple of 6-foot players on LaSalle. You have Donald Campbell, Giovanni Beccaro, and Danny Diaz. All those guys, like I said, above 6 foot. Yeah, he's just going to need to bring it today, Valentino. You know, he's going to need to get those rebounds because if they don't, you know, they might not get the ball as much as they want. They might not, you know, get the shots that they need to take. Yeah, he's going to be key in winning this game, I feel like.
Absolutely. All right, we're just about to get started. 5 seconds to go. So as we transform to the start of the freshman game, Xavier versus LaSalle, teams are in their meetings. As we see on the Xavier sideline, Coach Aiko Kiki and the assistant coach John Hartofilis, former Xavier, you know, Xavier alumni, former Xavier basketball player himself. He graduated last year. As they'll line up for the
coaches on the south side, we got Danny Cohen and Chris Washington. He's been a head baseball and soccer coach at LaSalle and won a CHSS A-Division Baseball City Championship and actually became both the varsity and junior varsity teams in 2017. Absolutely phenomenal. Went to Cardinal Hayes in the 1986 and actually went to Howard University in 1992.
All right, so we'll quiet down a little bit. Let Joe Petrovisi read this article of news. So they line the teams up, go over the rules. All right, the first quarter just about to get ready here.
Here we go. Great sportsmanship way to start with the handshakes, and they're getting loud. And both teams are getting loud, clapping it off. You love to see it.
Yeah, and the crowd already starting to fill in for this triple header. I think, the crowd's going to play. There's a lot I can already feel. There's a lot of excitement in the air, a lot of anticipation. I think these are going to be some good games.
Yeah, this is amazing. If this is what the crowd size is for the freshman game, we can't imagine what it's going to be like for varsity.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
And here we go. Just about to get ready for jump ball time.
It is 3:48 here. We're just about to get ready. Game will probably start at about 3:50 as, teams are in their meetings here.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Teams are in their meetings here just going over, game plans, previewing what they want to do.
And look at this. It's Mr. Knight himself, the Knight mascot. Love to see it. You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Love to see some school pride as
absolutely.
We get the LaSalle starting five out here. At center, we got Danny Diaz averaging 8 points a game. We got Stefan Ferguera as one of the guards. Donald Campbell. Then we have obviously, you talked about him earlier, Jameer Smith, leading their team in points per games. The crowd gets ready for the jump. Starting five for Xavier. We got Valentino at the 5, Diego Gonzalez at the 4, Donald Hilton at the 3, Jeremiah at the 1, and Keller at the 2. As Xavier wins the tip here, it's Hilton with this ball, and he'll pass it out to Jeremiah. Back to Keller, back to Jeremiah. He drives, and Keller just off, missing from 3. Xavier starting the game off 0 for 1.
Diego Gonzalez fighting for a rebound, doesn't get a defensive rebound by LaSalle.
Stefan Guerrero bringing this ball up at the point. And that's down to Diaz at the elbow. It pass out to Smith, and he misses. And there's Gonzalez with the tough rebound. We talk about him. He's a really good rebounder. Look for him today. And Jeremiah, he'll get fouled here. We talk about Jeremiah, really good at driving, drawing fouls. He was able to draw fouls against Farrell, but wasn't able to convert with his free throws. Let's see if he can change that today.
Foul was on Donald Campbell. That was his first, the team's first. And now it's time for Jeremiah to shoot free throws. Will Xavier's free throws be better than Farrell's? My prediction, absolutely.
I mean, I certainly hope so. And he sinks the first one, so already a nice change of pace from the triple header 2 Fridays ago. As he's 1 for 1, and Xavier jumps out to the 1-0 lead.
LaSalle fans getting loud, trying to
He's
make
2 for 2. And, you said it right. They worked on this in practice, and I think it's, as so far it's paying off. I would expect him to shoot well from the free throw line today.
And here we go. Pass
Here's
to the outside.
Smith. He's at the perimeter. He'll bring this ball back.
Great
down
defense
to
by Hilton.
Campbell. That's Diaz at the post.
And we got a foul.
We're going to get a foul. Looks like it will be on Hilton. Oh, no, this will be on Gonzalez. Ooh. So that's his first foul of the game. They'll take it out. Fouls on the floor. They'll get it into Smith. Drives, takes a mid-range shot, and he sinks it. Tie game, 2-2. We talk about Smith, right? That's the guy to watch for. The bulk of the offense is going to come from him. As Keller passes out to Hilton, he drives. A lot of contact and no call.
Great defense. Absolutely great defense.
What do you think about that call? It looked like it was a lot of contact.
I think it was great defense. It's from
I don't
my
know.
point of
That
view,
looked like a lot of contact. I have to disagree with you. As
it felt
Jeremiah airballs it,
and an
but
offensive
Valentino gets
rebound.
the rebound.
An offensive rebound by Xavier, something you don't see very often.
Oh, no, they're good with their rebounds.
Well, and there we go.
All right,
what? I'm liking the way Xavier's playing right now. It's pretty aggressive.
They're missing a lot. They're missing a lot of shots though. They're like 1 for 4. We're gonna look for that to improve. As they get it down to Diaz in the post, and he misses that one.
Once again, a rebound by Xavier. This is excellent.
That's Gonzalez's second of the game. As Jeremiah brings this ball up, there's Hilton. He's at the top here, and he'll drive, dishes it out to Jeremiah, and he'll find Gonzalez at the elbow. Back out to Keller at the wing, and he misses.
And it's going to be LaSalle ball.
How about Xavier? 1 for 5 to start out the game. Not a great start for them. And shooting. That's one of their big things. That those are outside shots that they're taking, and that's how they were able to take. That's how they're able to get points. Their 3-point shooting. That's a big part of their offense. So let's see if they can fix it up. As that's Campbell with the mid-range shot from the free throw line. LaSalle up 4-2.
You can't really be able to give Campbell one of those shots. He averages 14 points a game, so he's going to be making those mid-range shots and looking to beat his average, and that will happen if they're allowing him to shoot in the mid-range.
Hilton airballs that one. That's Xavier's second airball of the game. He drives. Oh, that rolls off the rim. Keller will bring this one up. LaSalle on the man defense. It's Hilton at the perimeter.
Looking for the trap in the corner.
Back out to Jeremiah, and he'll find Valentino at the post. Back out to Hilton. He drives, loses the ball. And that's the first turnover of the game on Xavier. And right back, Xavier gets that ball on the turnover.
And a foul.
Looks like that one was on Diaz. And Keller will go to the line here.
Wait. Was that on Diaz or was that?
No, the foul was on. Hold on.
As Keller misses this one.
It was on Josh Lewis. Foul was on Josh Lewis. That is his first, team second.
So Keller goes 1 for 2 here.
Hey, that's great. I know 1 for 2 doesn't sound good on paper, but it's really good because it's a step in the right direction for Xavier.
I mean,
what I'm seeing right now is all good things right now, and I'm loving to say it.
Oh, Smith just short on that 3, but we know he can hit those. Drives, passes to Diaz, and he sinks it in the paint. Diaz so far having a really good job. That looks like that's been their key so far, is to get the ball to Diaz in the paint. And Valentino sinks it from 3-point range.
Excellent.
And that should give Xavier the 7-6 lead.
Loving the way Matt Valentino
Smith
coming
driving, and that's tipped by Jeremiah. Back out to Smith, wide open 3. That's no good. Smith, nothing so far. He's struggling today. Hilton drives. Pass to Valentino. Has a little bit of trouble with that one, but he'll recover. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Campbell.
That is his second, team's third. And he's probably going to have to come out of the game. You really don't want him to reach foul trouble this early in the game, especially for a guy like him, and that will what happened.
Absolutely, as you see him come out of the game right there.
In comes Josh Lewis.
Josh Lewis, right.
Once again, Darwin's is not playing this game. He is out. Josh Lewis, weighing number 24
Good
today.
pass to Jeremiah. He pulls up from 3, and he sinks it.
Excellent.
So it looks like Matt Valentino's 3, which we thought was a 3, was not actually a 3. They've retracted it to a 2. That was a 3. So Xavier goes up 9-6. Talk about, Jeremiah shooting. He's 1 for 2 from 3-point range, and that's going to be a key for him, as that 3-point shot for LaSalle, no good. But Smith gets the rebound. Back out to Vergara. He drives. And the floater is no good, but Diaz gets the offensive rebound.
The boxing out, as we talked about during earlier, it is.
This is going to stay here with LaSalle. So right now, LaSalle's just dominating Xavier on the boards, especially offensively.
Absolutely. So what's happening right now is that LaSalle is just playing so much more aggressive in this play, not necessarily the game in total, but in this play, yes.
And Smith drives with the floater.
Basket.
And we talked about, Danny Diaz, probably the biggest key for LaSalle so far. He's just been everywhere. As that ball is stolen from Xavier, so that's their second turnover. As Vergara will bring this ball up. He'll get it down to Diaz.
They're fighting for the jump ball. Possession now, one go to LaSalle.
0 for 3 from three-point range.
It is going to be a foul on a rebound foul on LaSalle.
That'll be on Diaz.
Yes, it will be on Diaz. That is his first.
So far, McAllister, have you noticed any trends so far shooting? I know LaSalle hasn't been that great.
Not really that much, except for the fact that, like you guys talked about, Diego Gonzalez is performing the way he should be performing. He already has 3 rebounds.
Oh, it's Jeremiah. His second 3 of the game. He's getting pumped. The crowd's getting pumped. This kid is something special. It doesn't seem to matter if there's a kid in his face. He'll sink him regardless, as Xavier takes a 12-point lead on Jeremiah's threes.
Oh, absolutely. The career high for Jeremiah, 30 points against McClancy. Can he beat it tonight? I think yes, especially if those 3 points are falling.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but he certainly has the potential. And that's a nice move. He's going to drive to the basket. He makes it.
It's good. And
8 quick points for Jeremiah Osei-Tutu.
It is electric right now, ladies and gentlemen. Might I say electric. Already, Jeremiah, 2 threes.
And Smith, 0 for 7, I think.
A travel violation, and it's going to be Xavier ball.
Second turnover for LaSalle, and Smith just not having anything to go for him. He's he's made 2 or 3 baskets today, but he's really missing the majority of his shots. And he's the guy that LaSalle expects to step up, as that one's tipped, but Gonzalez will recover that one. Gets it down to Jeremiah, and that one is stolen for the 3rd turnover against Xavier.
Fast break opportunity. It's no good. It's a block.
It looked like it was actually. He just looked like he lost control because it's Xavier's ball.
Okay, that's what it was. Lost control.
Came out. Wasn't able to control the ball in that fast break. So that'll be the 3rd turnover for LaSalle. And that one's tipped. Smith.
And they make it up. They make it up. But that was great pressure on a fast break by Xavier. Great. They were aggressive on the fast break, staying back, trying to get back on defense, and it was smart. But they got unlucky with the play.
Here's Hill, no find. Jeremiah back out to Keller, and he misses for his second miss from three-point range. Hilton gets the rebound. He sinks it. That's an N1. And fighting through the contact, using his body. That's a fantastic play by Hilton.
And the foul will be on Danny Diaz. That is his second. Once again, LaSalle foul trouble. This is looking like the story of right now in the status quo. It is foul trouble for LaSalle.
And absolutely, and he's probably one of him and Smith, those are the 2 guys you don't want to get into foul trouble. Because you talk about, 50's influence on the boards. As Hilton sinks it, Xavier 4 from 5 from free throws. Totally different story than from our last game. But you talk about, 50, Danny Diaz, his influence on the boards, just rebounding in the post. They're able to get the ball to him.
And the bell goes off. Like the class is
as Valentino gets the rebound. We got about 30 seconds left as Jeremiah drives to the basket. And no foul called, but Hilton gets the rebound.
Very aggressive.
And he'll recover it. He puts it back up, no good. But they'll get it back. Keller drives to Gonzalez. And it looks like they'll reset here.
They're going to reset. They can hold for one shot as we are down to no more shot clock. And we are down to just about 10 seconds left.
Valentino, the fade, and he sinks it. His second basket of the game. He's got 4. 5 seconds left. Here's Vergara. He loses control of the ball.
Great defense.
Xavier will end the quarter with a turnover. So this is a great half for Xavier as they jump out to a 19-10 lead. And the keys of that quarter. Jeremiah is shooting. He's taken over the game. And they're forcing LaSalle. They're contesting their shots, and LaSalle is not they're not making their shots, and that's the difference in this game.
Oh, absolutely. 9-point lead for Xavier right now, coming out aggressive all the way. Free throws, they were 4 for 5, I believe. 80%. That's excellent. It's pretty good, especially when you're in high school. You're not really able to understand.
Excellent, yeah.
This is remarkable. This is probably the best free throw shooting I have seen in the 2018-19 season.
So, McAllister, what trends are you noticing, and who's dominating so far in this game?
Well, so far, who's dominating? Like you said, definitely Jameer Smith. 6 points already, 1 rebound, 1 steal. He's doing really well for LaSalle.
He's missed a few shots, but I mean he's putting up the points.
That's true. However, on Xavier's side, Jeremiah Osei-Tutu has already 2 threes and 1 shot. That's a total of that's 8 points already for Xavier. He has 1 rebound. Someone that you guys also talked about was Diego Gonzalez and Matt Valentino already have 3 rebounds plus. So that's amazing for them. If they keep doing that, I think the way they're going, Xavier's going to stay in this game, definitely. They're going to extend this lead.
Absolutely, yeah.
Rebounds are important.
No one team has jumped out to an advantage on the boards. It's gone both ways. But, you look at Valentino and Gonzalez, both at 10 rebounds per game. I think consistently they're going to be rebounding, and that's going to help them get the edge there if they can keep that up.
All right, here we go. Second quarter has begun.
Vergara bringing it up, and there's Smith who drives past to Diaz. He'll get fouled. He won't be good on the shot as it rolls off.
All righty, the foul is going to be on.
That's on Valentino.
Yes.
His first of the game. Right, so obviously we look at the difference in fouls between Xavier and LaSalle. Xavier doing an excellent job with foul control. That's only their second, and they're spreading it out with the fouls. LaSalle already has 2 players with 2 fouls apiece. That's not a good sign for as we progress in this game. As he airballs it, the crowd mocks him here. That was not pretty.
This place is electric. Xavier, the crowd is on their side. The game is on this side.
And maybe just a taste of what we're going to see in the Regis game when taunts come flying back and forth. But he'll go 1 for 2, so
not bad.
He's able to redeem himself.
Redemption, that is key.
That is key.
4 quarters.
As we'll get Osei-Tutu. Brings out to Hilton out the wing. No good. He airballs it.
And LaSalle feeding them back with a little bit of trash talk of their own. Kind of not high school sportsmanship.
Oh, well,
but, hey,
it's going to happen. I mean, when you talk about the Regis games, the taunts come back and forth. So
we want fair
this is
play.
nothing.
I want a fair play game.
Vergara drives and he sinks it.
I want it all. I don't want 5 fouls for LaSalle.
I like a little passion in my basketball
clean
games.
game. That's the way I like it. No violence.
Osei-Tutu brings out, no violence, but it's all right. A little back and forth, a little fun. As Osei-Tutu takes a deep 3, and he sinks it 3 for 4 from 3. Is there nothing that he can't hit? I mean,
I don't know.
When does he just start shooting threes from half court? I mean, that was
remarkable.
A deep 3. That was definitely a college 3, and he just sank it like it was nothing. As he drives Gonzalez with the rebound, another rebound for him. And here's Osei-Tutu. He's going to drive, and he sinks it.
This man is phenomenal.
We're talking about 13 points in the first half. I mean, he can't be stopped. He's hitting the floor. He's getting into this game. The game it's flowing through. He's going to poke the ball away.
Ball's loose. And it will be LaSalle ball. But only 19 seconds on the shot clock. Or 18 seconds on the shot clock. They will lose.
And that's
17 seconds, and you need every second. A famous saying by an NBA coach was actually, you make your best shot in the first 8 seconds of offense.
All right, yeah,
they're not set.
Right. It doesn't seem like LaSalle's been able to find their guys running the offense. They've gotten it down to Diaz in the post a little bit, but he hasn't really been able to convert that often. They're making them work, and we talk about the 35-second shot clock as another miss for LaSalle. And Gonzalez will get that ball, and that's turnover for Xavier. And LaSalle will reset. There's Smith in the perimeter, and he's no good. He's struggling today.
And a foul against Xavier. That will be the team's 3rd, and the foul call will be on.
That looks like that one's gonna be on.
It will be on
Evangelista, who's been subbed into the game for Keller.
Yes.
So he comes in, makes a foul.
Now, let's look over this. So the last time LaSalle actually played Xavier, it was a 1-point win for Xavier in overtime. Now we are seeing an 11-point lead for Xavier with only 5:52 left in the second. It's a completely different song and a completely different dance for Xavier here tonight.
Right, and obviously it's only the first half, right? But I mean, it's a totally different game. It's a totally different mindset. Xavier just come out and they're dominating this game so far, using Jeremiah Osei-Tutu, who hasn't come out of the game yet, and I don't know if they're gonna take him out. Maybe to rest him for a bit, but I mean, no reason to the way he's playing as they get it down to Gonzalez at the elbow. Back out to Evangelista. There's Evangelista. He takes the 3, and it's no good, as that's Josh Lewis with the rebound. And it looks like they'll take it up so here.
You know, they need
Smith with the ball, yeah.
I think that would be the best offense for LaSalle. See, Xavier's playing a quick pace offense, aggressive. I think LaSalle has to do the complete opposite. Slow and steady. And you know the saying, slow and steady actually does end up winning the race.
And, you know, Smith will get fouled here, and he'll go to the line. You know, he's one of their better players, and, you know, what we might see, you know, if they continue to get down is for him, you know, to try and do everything on offense, which isn't always the key. You know, you're going to have to find your teammates, and, you know, even if they're struggling, you know, you have to work through the offense as he sinks that one.
The foul would be on Diego Gonzalez on the last foul. That was Xavier's 14th foul. That is Diego Gonzalez's second, I believe. Yes, that's the
Jack
second.
Olsen comes in for Diego Gonzalez, and Jeremiah Osei-Tutu subbed out, and in is Danny Macarola. So that's a big. Let's see how the Xavier offense, how the Xavier team functions without Osei-Tutu. If they weren't able to get the rebound there, you know, there's no Gonzalez there to grab the board.
Of course. You
know, we're set. They'll get it back out to Vergara at the point, guarded by Hilton.
That's what LaSalle had to do.
He makes the move. He drives, and that was blocked by Valentino.
Oh, and LaSalle looking for a foul call, but I 100% agree with the no call.
No, that looked like that was all ball.
I think it was a great call. No call, it's a great call.
Evangelista brings us out. Here's Hilton on the wing. He'll bring it up.
Now, that was a very...
He cuts. Finds Macarola, and he is blocked. Here's Vergara on the fast break, and Macarola will foul him.
The foul...
That's on the floor.
Yep, it will be on the floor. The foul is going to be on number 11. That it will be against Brady Anderson?
No. It's on Danny Macarola.
Danny Macarola. That's what I thought it was.
Brady Anderson isn't here today.
Or number... maybe I misread it. Okay.
And, you know, we'll take a timeout here.
30-second timeout on the floor by, I believe it's by Xavier. Xavier timeout. Now,
right, and, you know, this is going to be a big thing. You know, you got to rest. You can't play Jeremiah the entire game. So they're going to have to rest him. So let's see how this offense is able to function. Right now, I mean, it looks like they're taking open shots, but it looks like they haven't had guys that have been able to make him other than Osei-Tutu.
What are we seeing with our stats? Let's really look at this.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely what you said. Just Donald Hilton, he has a shot. Matt Valentino has a 3. He has 5 points right now. He's doing pretty well. But, yeah, other than that, Osei-Tutu, he's kind of carrying the team in points. However, in rebounds, Gonzalez is making up for all of them. He already has 5. That's most on team so far.
Absolutely, and you see the impact. Once you take Gonzalez out, they weren't able to get the offensive rebound off of the. They weren't able to get the defensive rebound off of the free throw.
For sure.
Right.
So you know, he's played a huge factor on the boards.
Right. So what Xavier's doing is the outside shooting, right? The 3-point shots, the mid-range shots. What LaSalle is doing, you're seeing it right now. They're driving
Looks
to the
like
paint and they're going
Macarola
for
got
the
away with a foul there.
Right. What LaSalle's trying to do is they're trying to go for the layups because they're trying to draw fouls, trying to foul out someone like Diego Gonzalez who's big and tries to get more rebounds. Who's a big ass.
We got Hilton with the ball. Who found Valentino at the perimeter, and he misses. But Macarola will get the rebound there.
And it's going to be a struggle for a jump ball. They're going to call a jump, and it's going to probably go to LaSalle. I believe they have the possession arrow. Jump, the tip off, and it's no. We're going to stay.
It will stay here.
Yeah, so we'll stay here. I believe they got one down
low
low
in the
first
he
quarter.
got that rebound, but that was a great job of a LaSalle player to get there, pressure him and grab that ball. Forces the jump ball.
Possession
As there's
arrow.
Olsen. He'll lose control of the ball, but that's recovered by Evangelista. He'll find Olsen. And, that rolls off. Looked like he was wide open.
So close.
He looks a little anxious out there. Maybe that played a factor. He's looking like he's trying to do a little too much with the ball there. Almost lost it.
Right.
As they find Smith back at the top. Back down. Vaquero, and he sinks a 3. And LaSalle making a bit of a comeback here. It's only a 4-point lead. And you have to wonder with Osei Tutu out, the life of the Xavier offense has come out. No points really in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
as Hilton, making some moves. He drives and he sinks it.
And this place is electric. You love to see when Donald Hilton drives to the basket.
Obviously, I mean, you talk about Osei Tutu. Osei Tutu's good. This kid's just as good. I mean, when he drives, he's very hard to stop. And
and they're gonna call a foul, of course. I believe that will be on Jack.
No, that's Macarola. No, Danny Macarola, and that's his second. And he got away. If you notice, he got away with one earlier. It looked like it was going to be a reaching foul. I was surprised.
Once again, foul trouble
it wasn't
for
called.
Xavier, but
yes.
I believe Latardo will actually is about to come in, probably for
that mid-range shot.
Macarola.
Here's Valentino looking to pass. He'll find Evangelista at the top here.
They got to watch out, though. That is their 17th foul. They are in the bone. Farrell is in the bonus.
Yes, as Viguera shoots and he misses.
And
another air ball. And this is a crowd giving it to them a little bit.
You hate to see it. Feel bad.
I love to see it.
This is mean.
It's not mean.
This is mean.
Good old high school basketball fun here.
I think it's not nice,
Wait till you see the Regis game.
There should be no booing. I think everyone should cheer each other on and have positivity, because positivity.
We're not living in a perfect world, so.
We should be.
As he goes 1 for 2 on his free throws. And he'll get it down to Olsen, and he sinks that one.
Excellent. See, they all cheer for
him.
Short
mid-range. Well, that's Xavier cheering for. That's not LaSalle cheering for.
I think we should cheer for everyone.
I'm not going to cheer for LaSalle. You can cheer for LaSalle. I'm not cheering for LaSalle.
I'm cheering for both teams. The only people I really will not cheer for is the referees, because
Smith puts a good move on Hilton. And there's the drive.
A foul will be on Donald Hilton.
That looked a little ticky-tacky. They're going to call that one on Hilton. Hilton a little confused. Didn't think that was a foul. And I thought that was close. I didn't really see a foul there.
And the crowd trying to work on mind games, my favorite type of game.
Oh, yeah.
Not sport games, of course.
And he misses. Maybe it's getting into his head.
And here comes Diego Gonzalez coming back into the game for
Valentino comes out for his first time in the game.
This place is electric right now.
So he goes 1 for 2 again. And LaSalle cuts the lead to 9 points, single digits once again. As Osei Tutu brings this ball up. And he'll find Latardo at the perimeter. It's a bad mistake.
All right.
And Vergara brings this ball up. He's at the point.
And here we go.
This is Campbell. Back to Vergara. And he'll find Smith in the paint. And he misses that mid-range shot.
And here comes
Osei Tutu.
Oh, and he gets fouled. Wow. That was kind of mean. What?
Mean.
Uh-oh.
It's a blocking foul.
Got to be careful. You do
He'll
not.
go to the line here. So it looks like Keller is set to go back into this game.
I believe he has 2 team fouls.
That is Vergara's
And now
second
LaSalle
foul.
trying to play mind games. It is a game of mind games more than basketball at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
And he sinks his first one.
Excellent. I'm loving the way they're really working with their free throws right now. We can actually see that when you practice something, it actually works.
Absolutely.
Practice makes perfect, ladies
we
and
talked
gentlemen.
talking to some of the guys. They said that was one of the main points. Was working on free throws, and it looks like it's paying off as he goes 2 for 2.
Excellent.
7 for 9.
Valentino coming back
4
in.
straight free throws.
And they've made 4 straight free throws. So this is impressive work by Xavier here as they jump out to an 11-point lead with just under a minute to go.
The game is starting to look a little close, like LaSalle actually had a comeback coming.
Xavier jumped out to a lead, and it coincided as that's a 3. by Smith. So maybe we spoke too soon, but
I don't
it
know.
seems like it's all coinciding with Jose Tutu coming back into this game as he gets the ball here. He steps back. Oh.
Valentino, gotta be careful.
Olsen.
Gotta be careful with the over-the-back call.
Almost an overback on Olsen.
Right. You gotta be very careful with that because it's a very close call. It looks like Dennis Kelleher will be coming back into the game. He will be coming in for...
That's Latardo.
Yeah, Latardo. JJ Latardo.
And that one's kicked, but Hilton will get the ball back here. He drives.
Excellent.
And that's where he's made his bank today from driving. And he makes it look effortless there. Gliding like an angel to the basket.
Gliding like
really
he's landing in Fortnite Battle Royale.
Quite picturesque.
Ooh. Gotta walk.
I watch. Almost lost his footing. Deep
He was looking for a foul on the three-point line. Doesn't get it. And it's going to be halftime. 37 Xavier, 27 LaSalle. Xavier up by 10. But
and you look at Osei Tutu and you look at Hilton. They've been the keys of this game. Their play has completely it's led Xavier to this lead. And we've had some good games, with categories here and there. We talk about Gonzalez with the rebounding. He's really been a big factor. Valentino's been good. He's been blocking shots. He's been great defensively. But just all around, Hilton and Osei Tutu, they've just been unstoppable. Osei Tutu's been sinking shots at will, and Hilton's been driving at will. No one can stop him. And free throws 7 for 9. They made 4 straight at the end of that quarter. So they're doing a fantastic job. And on the other side of the spectrum, when you look at LaSalle, it's not that good. They're missing shots. Yeah. And Smith isn't having that good of a game. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to McAllister here. What are you noticing here?
Definitely you were talking about LaSalle. Kind of just add on to that, their free throws, it's just not looking good for them. Yeah, sure, the crowd, was booing, was giving them a little bit of a hard time, but I mean, it comes for a reason. If they're 5 for 10 on their free throws, they have 4 players with 2 fouls. That's not very good because foul trouble on Gonzalez. There's foul trouble on Diaz. Foul trouble on Campbell, as well as Smith. Smith is their most, valuable player right now.
And even struggling, he's still having, one of the best games for their team. And you talk about Diaz, you don't want him to get into foul trouble. He's such a big guy. And early on, I really thought he was going to have a big game because they were getting the ball down into the post early to him, and he was converting at a pretty decent rate. So they took him out of the game, I think, because of his foul trouble, and I think that probably seemed to hinder their play there.
Definitely.
But yeah, you talk about this LaSalle far more inconsistent than Xavier.
Yeah, the only person right now who has a considerable amount of points is, we keep talking about him, Smith. He has 13 points already. And Diaz has 2. Beccaro has a 3. The rest not so well, but
yeah, they're not shooting the ball well. It looks like they're missing a lot of makeable shots. And Xavier, they've missed their fair share of shots, but not quite to the degree that LaSalle has. For the most part, they've been pretty good with their shooting, and you can see it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, especially Jose Tutu. 3 threes. That third one especially was a huge one. He took it almost at half court, I want to say.
It looks like we have a game of knockout coming on now.
We're going to draw your attention.
I can't wait. I'm very excited for this.
We got some
knockout basketball.
We have some Commons Ball All-Stars coming to the floor.
Joshua Ramos.
Gotta love the man.
Here we go.
What a stud.
This is what it's all about. And, you got the night. You got the night watching.
Joshua Ramos. Takes him out.
Oh, you feel bad. See, that's why I don't like these type of games.
Never a good day when you get knocked out by Joshua Ramos.
Everyone's a winner in my eyes. Everyone is a winner in my eyes.
All right, come on. Let's show up the piece and all that stuff. Come on, man. We're playing friendly competitive
basketball.
games. Yeah. Oh, and Ramos is out. Oh, tough luck for him. Is that Pinto I see out there?
I think it
Who
is.
that is.
Is he on the basketball team?
And we are down to 4, ladies and gentlemen. Your final 4 as we are just about approaching 5 minutes left in the halftime report. Here we go. Nice. Everyone's looking good right now.
Tell you what, we got a little bit of time. We're going to take a really short break. We will be back with you really soon.
All right, we are back, Xavier. 90 seconds left to go in the halftime report. Now we are getting ready for the second half of Xavier LaSalle basketball, the first of a triple header. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be an absolute masterclass. 37-27, Xavier is winning. Jeremiah and Hilton have been carrying this team, and it's been remarkable. The two of them combined have been doing remarkable things. Free throw percentage, the two of them combined on free throws have been 6 for 7. That is remarkable. The two of them combined have averaged 4 rebounds. The two of them combined only have 2 free throws. It is seeming like a constant variable. They are playing phenomenal. That is the constant variable.
They're responsible for most of their points here in this game. And you talk about Xavier's they've got a bit of a cushion here, but they're really gonna have Hilton and Jeremiah. They're really gonna have to keep this work up, because you saw when Jeremiah went out for a little bit how quickly this lead, this cushion, can kind of go in. It can become a close game. So Xavier, one of the keys here, right? What do you take away from the first half, right? Excellent job offensively, especially from Jeremiah and Hilton. Pretty good job on the boards, great job defensively. And you just have to take it, keep up the good work, keep up the intensity, and really make this a blowout. Because if you don't keep up the intensity, if you lay back a little bit, the Salle will come back and it will bite you in the butt. We're just about to get ready for the start of the third quarter here, as the refs are coming out to half court. LaSalle coming back out from the locker room. Looks like coaches just going over game plan and stuff.
And here we go, guys. We are getting ready for the third half of Xavier basketball. Key points we want to look at: the continuation of excellent free throw shooting, the continuation of Xavier getting rebounds, the continuation of Xavier being able to get back on defense and hustle, the continuation of Xavier not getting in foul trouble, the continuation of good ball movement. As far as LaSalle goes, we're looking for the lesser amount of fouling. We're looking for the lesser amount of actual bad plays, bad ball movement, bad hustle on defense, and not really looking for the open man. They've been looking for the three-point shot, but when Xavier looks for the three-point shot, it's most of the time, 85% of the time, wide open.
Yes, and to Xavier's part, they really haven't. Besides Osei Tutu and 1-3 from Valentino's 3 was taken back. So besides Osei Tutu, no one really has had any success from the three-point line, but they're getting a lot of open threes. So I think the key for LaSalle here is to really work the offense. To Xavier's credit, their defense has been fantastic. They're making LaSalle work, and they're making them run through their offense. Waste the shot clock, and that's really helping. That's really helping Xavier. With this lead here, because they're forcing LaSalle to take shots that maybe they don't exactly want to take, or maybe it's not exactly part of their game plan. That looked a little shaky to start the third quarter, but nonetheless, Vergara bring this ball up, and he'll find Smith for a wide open 3, and he sinks it. So right off the bat, we talk about running the offense. They found the shot. You mentioned that quote by the NBA coach, finding a shot within the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. That's exactly what they did there. Wide open 3, and he sinks it.
Oh, I agree 100%. That's what you want to do. You want to come out aggressive, and that's exactly what they're doing right off the bat. And you'll love
good
to see
pass.
It. And right back with Xavier.
Gonzalez, and as Gonzalez thinks that those are his first points of the game.
We talked about it in halftime, how the ball movement has been excellent, and that is why Xavier is executing so well.
I tell you what,
it's perfect.
Yeah, Hilton fooled me. I thought he was going to take that himself, as Jeremiah steals this one, and he sinks it on the layup, on the fast break, and Xavier jumps out to an 11-point lead. We're talking about the great defense by Xavier. LaSalle looks good coming out that first offensive set, and I think Xavier's coming back. They're coming back into their defense here. That's bobbled by Diaz, and this will be Xavier's ball. So LaSalle looking a bit shaky, coming out in this third quarter. Meanwhile, Xavier coming out strong as Osei Tutu drives, and that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Hits off the back of the rim and out.
Let's also look at LaSalle.
Yeah,
they're doing okay right now. They're not really playing with good ball movement. But I'm liking the way they're shooting, Not that play, but the rebounding. Offensive rebound.
Yes. Their offensive rebounding has been a plus. It's been the bright sides. I wouldn't say shooting so much. Their shooting is pretty horrendous.
Yep, I agree.
But, it's nothing that they can't overcome, right? Only 11-point lead. Nothing, it's not that bad.
Right.
So we'll get a foul here on LaSalle. I couldn't quite catch the number. I think it was Stephon Vergara. They'll be on the floor. And so that's the first foul of the half for LaSalle. We got Keller bringing this ball up.
I just got word that Vince, he has 3 fouls. So it's 3 fouls against Varega. So I don't know. Now they're going to have to maybe take him out if one more happens.
Oh,
great
2
defense.
plays with a lot of contact and nothing called. I mean, and then, it's close, it could go either way. Nothing called, Xavier will retain possession, so guess it's all right. That will stay here. Looks like that was Beccaro who tipped that.
And here we go.
And they'll get the ball into Hilton.
Hilton with
He
a save.
saves it. Back out to Jeremiah. Let's see if they can reset. Keller shoots it. Oh, just short.
Great ball
Gonzalez
movement,
fights for the rebound, but can't get it. Diaz out.
I'm loving the ball movement by Xavier. They are looking for the wide open man. Pass to the inside is good. LaSalle with a big basket.
All right, that's what we talk about. That's what I saw in the first quarter. That seemed like that was the game plan. Getting the ball into Diaz and I guess Beccaro in the post and getting points. As that one's almost stolen, but Jeremiah recovers. Oh, and that one's gonna be called a foul. They'll send Hilton to the line.
The foul will be on Diaz. I believe that's his 3rd foul. And I believe he's going to have to come out because you do not want Diaz to be in foul trouble. You do not want Diaz to foul out with 5.5 left in the 3rd.
I mean, standing at 6'4", as Hilton sinks that free throw, standing at 6'4", Diaz is the tallest man on the court when he's out there. And, yes, as he comes out of the game. And, the impact that he has, they're able to get the ball down to him in the post. So, losing him, that's big. That's the same thing that happened in the first quarter. He showed promise as Hilton goes 2 for 2.
Xavier,
he showed promise, but they had to take him out because he got 2 quick fouls.
Right. I love the way Xavier's playing right now. When they were playing LaSalle the first time, it was only a 1-point win for Xavier in overtime. Now, at Xavier, we're seeing an 11-point lead right now. Not victory just yet, but a lead for them.
So on the offensive rebound, Figueroa puts that one back up, and it's 9 points. But, obviously, this doesn't look like – I don't know if this is Xavier who's become the better team or if LaSalle has regressed a little bit. But this doesn't look like the same matchup, I'll tell you that much.
No, it does
not.
not.
As Valentino gets the offensive rebound, he's –
Oh, and it's miscommunication, misplacement on Xavier's part, and it's going to be LaSalle ball.
Yes. Right, Xavier, they just come out a lot stronger in this game, and they've shown that they're the better team here. Right now, they've left no doubt that they're the better team out here. As we'll get this ball to Hilton, he cuts. Keller with the open 3, no good. He's about 0 for 5 for 3-point range. He's not having a great game shooting wise. As Smith takes that 3, and it's no good off the front of the rim. And Keller will find Hilton.
It's good.
And he sinks on the fast throughout most of this outing. So, it's like you don't want to get down on your players, That's, all of a sudden LaSalle gets that great momentum. So, now it's Xavier. Xavier's really going to have to come out strong here. Because, they can't let this game sneak away. And this is, this is the LaSalle. This is the LaSalle team that we're talking about. That lost to Xavier by 1 in OT. This is that team. We haven't seen that team for most of the game. And we talk about that was the key. Finding, getting the ball into the paint with some type of consistency. They're finally able to do that. And that's been the key for LaSalle. You talk about their height. I mean, Donald Campbell, Giovanni Beccaro, and Danny Diaz when he's out there. All those 3 guys can get the ball in the paint and put it up with ease. Right now, it's Campbell and Beccaro, and that's been, besides Smith's 3-point shot, that's been really the motor, the catapult that's gotten them back into this game. So this will be Jeremiah on the inbound here, and this is huge.
I don't know if the ball should be taken down low and not the side, but it's okay. Now it's a matter of how is Xavier's press break, and
here's
it looks
Hilton.
good.
That's it to Gonzalez at the elbow. No reset. Elbow. This is Osei Tutu at the point. Oh, a good move. He cuts. He finds Evangelista at the perimeter. Oh, and he airballs it. And we're gonna call a foul. This should be a 3-point.
Three
free throws for Evangelista. And this is huge. Right here, you can make it a 2-possession game if he could sink all of it.
Right.
And, you at least you want to sink 2 of these 3 free throws here. Give yourself a 3-point lead.
Oh, absolutely. If you're Xavier right now, you're really hoping that you're making these shots. And, LaSalle, you can't give them the opportunity. They've shown that they could come back in one play. You need them to put the free throws. And
hits off the rim a little bit, but he sinks it.
And look, the crowd is it's electric, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're talking about, I think 5 for 5 free throws for Xavier. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 4 for 5, but whatever it is, it's good. He sinks the second one, so he's 2 for 2. Still got one more. He's still got one more. He's still got one more to hit. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3.
Crossing my fingers.
Alrighty, Xavier will have a 3-point lead. And he sinks all 3 of them. Great job at the line by Evangelista. He goes 3 for 3, extends the lead to 4 points. It's now a 2-score game. That's huge. That's a big mentality thing.
Oh, absolutely. That is how you utilize fouls. You make all your free throws, especially when it's 3 free throws, and it's a foul. It's not even like a 3-point shot where it's just 3 points. It's also the foul, a long-term thing, something that could come down to the last man of the game.
As Smith drives the floater, and they're going to get that rebound. He puts it back up, and he sinks it, rolls around the rim, but it goes in.
2-point game.
Right, and you
Xavier's
talk about big-time free throws. Evangelista hitting all 3 of those. Right, Smith wasn't able to hit that 1-and-1. And, it's only 1 free throw, but we're talking about hitting big free throws. That was a big free throw, and that's the difference in the game. Xavier hitting the big free throws. That's Hilton.
I agree.
Dribbling the ball around here.
You need to figure out something.
Screen of Valentino. He cuts.
If you're Xavier, you need to find the open man quickly. You only have about 10 seconds left.
About 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and he'll find Osei Tutu.
Oh, no.
Gets it to Hilton. He drives, and that
we got a foul. And look.
And that looks like that is.
We have an injury.
That is Donald Campbell. He is writhing in pain on the floor.
That is
not good.
If you're LaSalle right now, you can really hope that he will just get up and be ready for the fourth
he's
quarter.
Not gonna. Yeah, that's it. He's
Donald Campbell is very crucial.
He looks like he's pointing
LaSalle, but he's down and he doesn't seem to be moving. I'm getting very nervous right now.
That looks pretty serious. He's in a lot of pain. We got Dan the trainer working on him. That looks like. Now just watching this, that looks like a tear.
Now, yeah, sure. And not only was it he also got a foul call on him. So it's
a questionable foul call at that. Obviously, the LaSalle fans in the crowd were not happy with that call. LaSalle was not happy with that call. We didn't have the best vantage point, but it was tough. All right, that's maybe like when the refs can't see. They see a shot contest. They see they see a group of guys and they call the foul.
When you're in that place, he's up and about and he seems to be moving, but I don't know.
He can barely put pressure on that right ankle.
And if you're LaSalle right now,
maybe that's an Achilles tendon. That's something.
If you're LaSalle right now, you're hoping that will be ready. Breathe it out and hope that he'll be ready for the fourth quarter. But if he's not, you have to think of that plan B.
We
talk about plan B.
I have to say, just watching his expression on the side here, I really doubt that he's coming back for this game. Right, it's one of those things where you have to weigh your reward. Maybe it's like one of those things where maybe he can come back later in the season. You don't want him to aggravate it even more, and then he's done for the season. You have to play. You have to play your cards right. Probably play it safe. I would if I'm the coach, sit him for the rest of the game and hope that maybe he could come back later in this season.
What do you do if you're LaSalle right now, though? He's been helping you guys out. He only had 3 fouls.
This is only one game, right? This is only one game. It's one game as opposed to the rest of your season and the playoffs.
True. Good point. Hilton on the line.
Hilton 2 for 2. Xavier's free throw shooting in both quarters both halves has been impressive. I think they are 7 for 7 in this half.
Wow, phenomenal! 7 for 7.
I could be wrong. I'm not. I don't have the exact stats, but it's something
that sounds good to me.
Good tip by Evangelista.
And Xavier gets the ball. Momentum changes. 6.8 seconds left in the third quarter. You need to find a quick shot.
Right, we're gonna try and find someone running along this way. They'll get it to Gonzalez.
Clock starts.
All right, here we go.
4.
He takes a deep 3.
No good.
No need for that, really.
And that will be the third quarter, 51-47. Xavier holding the lead. However, 5 team fouls for LaSalle. LaSalle in foul trouble while Xavier only has 1 remarkable defense.
All right, let's talk about that last play. Evangelista, he pulls up for a deep 3 there. with 4 seconds left, maybe that's something where he doesn't really know what the time is, because I can't imagine. I mean, maybe that was the play, but I mean, there had to have been a better shot right there.
Sure, there was absolutely the better shot. You know, again, first 8 seconds. What happened was there were 3 guys on LaSalle there, 2 from Xavier. So yes, you would take the outside shot because you can't really go to the basket. But I don't know.
I'm okay with him taking the 3. I'm just saying he could have gotten a little closer to the 3-point line. He had room, and I think he felt a little rushed, and maybe he rushed the shot a little bit there.
Oh yeah,
he had time to step up to the 3-point line and just take a standing, and you know, take a set shot.
You know, if I feel like I'm wide open and there's 4 seconds left on the clock, I'm gonna shoot the ball. You know?
Oh, of course, but maybe not from that deep. But regardless, we're talking about a 4-point lead for Xavier here. And, I mean, you know, it was one where Xavier came out strong in the first part of that quarter. And it's not like they started to slack off. It's just like LaSalle finally, I think, found themselves. And this is the LaSalle that lost to Xavier by 1 point. Getting the ball down in overtime. Right. Getting the ball down into the post. Really just posterizing kids. I mean, right, with the loss of Donald Campbell, I mean, right, that's going to hurt. But, I mean, you could still, Giovanni Baccaro, if they can get Danny Diaz in there, and he's in there right now. So I'm going to look for them to get the ball into him, and then for Smith to look for his shot, right? See if he can make some more big momentum plays. We saw when Xavier plays Farrell, when Jeremiah hits 4 threes in a row, how crazy, how wild the crowd gets. You know how like it just amps them up. You could feel it. You know, it really boosts the team. Something like that from Smith would be huge in this game because he's had a decent game and he's made some big plays. But I'm gonna look for him to do more in this.
Right, and at halftime we saw LaSalle was down by nearly double-digit points, but now they're only down by 4, and the whole reason is because we have seen that Jeremiah has calmed down. He's not out, but he's calmed down.
Yes.
But Xavier still with Donald Hilton, with Diego Gonzalez, they're still finding ways.
Turnover. Here's Smith, and it will be stolen by Osei Tutu.
Great defense.
You talk about Osei Tutu. He really hasn't had that many scoring opportunities as Hilton goes up and he'll get fouled.
If that is the worst thing you could do right now if you're them, is that it will be a foul on Diaz. I believe that's his 4th foul. 1 more and he's out of the game. Yeah, that's his 4th foul. 1 more and he is fouled out of the game. You can't have that if you're Diaz right now. You can't have that if you're LaSalle.
I mean,
you just lost Campbell.
You need all of your players. You need all of your
big, especially
your big players. Right. Exactly. That looks like that's the first miss of the half for Xavier. And you know, we look at Donald Campbell. It looks like he's walking pretty well. He's able to put a little more pressure on his foot there as he walks to the side and works with the trainer. So Hilton goes 1 for 2, and Xavier takes a 6-point lead. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like, from what it looks like, you know, if they're taping up his ankle, it looks like Campbell might be able to come back to that game. And, you know, whatever health percentage at, whatever energy level he's at, it's going to help this team if he's in the game.
Oh, I agree.
Oh.
What a great shot. Wide open mid-range.
Gotta
watch it.
Baccaro sinks it, and this is a 3-point game.
The crowd on LaSalle trying to make the momentum changer. Doesn't seem like there will be. 3-point game, Xavier's favor.
Here's Keller handling the ball. Seems like they can't find an opening.
The ball is loose. It is not a backcourt. It's deflected.
And that one's going to be stolen. And Smith puts it up. This is a 1-point game.
Once again.
Oh, here's Hilton.
Once again.
That could have been over the back.
I
they won't call it.
No. You got to be careful, though, because once again, we see how
Hilton drives back to Osei Tutu.
We're seeing just how quickly it has been for LaSalle to come back.
That's a deep 3. Oh, Gonzalez will get the rebound. That's a great rebound. Hilton takes the 3, and he sinks it. Yeah, they called it a 3.
Perfect.
Great shot by Hilton. Wide open, takes the shot. Beautiful, and that's going to give him a 4-point lead and a 2-score game.
Unless you get the 4-point play again. You never know with this team.
Oh. Diaz gets the rebound, but that's stolen by Olsen.
Great defense.
Here's Keller. Bring it up. Osei Tutu, the 3. Airballed.
Wow, you would never expect
gets the rebound. Yeah, you would never expect that. He hasn't been exactly like on his mark for 3, but he's hit enough to justify taking that shot. I mean, actually, Jeremiah can take a 3-pointer whenever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Olsen.
Now, but do you shoot 3-point shots? It's a close game right now.
I mean, I agree with that shot. He looked like he was open. I agree with that shot wholeheartedly. I mean,
Perfect.
9 out of 10 times he's going to make that shot.
Sounds good.
The ball is going to go that way, the opposite way. And you look at, as I said earlier, you look at Campbell. It looks like he's able to put pressure on that ankle.
And he's coming back into the game.
He's putting a light job. He's coming back in this game.
Oh, and we're going to have subs. And he's coming back into the game.
That's huge.
Wow. Diaz is in foul trouble. So this is what, if you're LaSalle, you're really hoping that he's at 100%. Not really, but you're hoping that he is.
Right, and Campbell and
if you look when he walks,
Campbell and McCarroll, they have been like the best job. They've done the best job running that offense in the post. So it's good to have both of them out there. They could be a dynamic, and they're gonna get the ball to him right away, and he gets fouled. So it didn't look like that ankle was hindering him at all in that play.
We have
he went up strong.
Yep. As the foul will be on, I believe it is on number 15.
That'd be Valentino.
Right. Believe it's on Valentino.
So let's see if LaSalle can enjoy similar success to the success Xavier's having at the free throw line. Talk about Xavier, 8 for 9 on the free throw line in this half alone. And I mean, 7 for 9. The first half they're getting to the line and they're converting, and that's been huge for Xavier.
And here we go. You really need them to miss right now to prevent it from being one possession, and it doesn't happen.
So this is a 2-point game.
It's a handoff.
They'll get the ball. It's not a handoff.
Well,
it's illegal if there was a handoff.
True. The ball out of reach space. Correct. That is true.
As Otutu drives with speed, no one can stop him, and it's a 2-score game once again.
Alrighty, let's see.
Here's Xavier dribbling the ball, and he throws that out of bounds.
Oh, and he made a three.
The Xavier crowd loves it.
I feel bad for the wall. You know, the wall has feelings also.
That was a hard pass, man. She didn't leave a mark.
I think the wall should have caught that one. Never know.
And it's fine. Osei on the same press break. I know. Looks like he'll slow it down and run the offense a little bit.
Very high offensive game. Not really a defensive masterclass.
Hilton on the wing. Back to Valentino on the point. Tutu on the wing. Osa at the point. Valentino at the wing. Hilton, he cuts. He drives. Oh, Valentino makes the shot. What a play.
Absolutely.
And you talk about Hilton making his money, using his body, contorting it, and driving to the hoop. And no one can stop him. He's missed maybe 2 of those shots. If he's able to drive, no one can stop him. He's such a good athlete.
Bro. Oh, a three-pointer by LaSalle. LaSalle with a 3 and a timeout by LaSalle.
To a 3-point lead. They're going to call a timeout here. That's a good timeout by LaSalle.
Well, it's a very common thing you see in high school basketball. After you make a big play like a 3-pointer, you call a timeout and try and set up that press break defense and try and set your defense to try and get another one as you hold momentum. Very crucial for LaSalle to get the ball back quickly if you're LaSalle. If you're Xavier, you need to work on your press break and how to get through the press. And if you can, you're going to have a very wide open layup to the basket most of the time.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about LaSalle's press break. This is going to be huge going into the final stage of this game. 4 minutes left in the game. You're down 3. Your press break is going to be crucial because can you put pressure, on Xavier, force them to make turnovers? I just noticed that, Xavier beat LaSalle with the same press break twice. Both times got it to on the sack play, got it to Osei Tutu, cutting along, wheeling up, and he on one play scored in the fast break. On another play, he ended up setting up Hilton eventually for a drive. But both times they were able to get him, and he would just go flying. So they have to find a way to stop it. If that means anticipating that play, making them beat you with another play,
right?
That's what that means. But Xavier can't beat you with the same play every time. And I would even go as far as to say, don't let the ball go into Jeremiah's hands.
Right. If you're LaSalle right now, you have to worry about the ball going into Jeremiah and Hilton's hands. And if you can keep the ball away from them, you have a very, very good chance of winning this game.
Absolutely. And they're going to run the same different. All right, we'll cut up a little bit differently here, and they get the ball to Jeremiah. Switch things up a little bit there on the press break. Here's it.
The LaSalle fans cheering for some defense. Let's see.
Valentino at the point. This is Olsen. Osei Tutu bringing it up. Looks like he loses the ball a little bit. He drives on the floater. No good. He misses pretty badly. Here's Vergara. He pulls up, and that will roll off the rim. And Latardo will get that rebound there.
Got the rebound. Perfect.
That's a great rebound. That was that was no way in.
Here we go.
Screen by Olsen. Hilton will find Latardo here. Osei Tutu on the wing. A little bit of an ugly pass, but finds Hilton. He sinks a deep mid-range shot, and that brings the lead to 5. And
that is officially
Hilton.
Hilton
probably has the most points in this game now.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, he is just. We talk about Osei Tutu, probably the story, probably like the key in the first, probably the best player of the first half. Hilton's been the player of the second half.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just been dominating as they find that will be.
Again, the three-point shooting. Again, a timeout by LaSalle. But once again, the three-point shooting for LaSalle is on. And that's something that Xavier hasn't done the second half. Layups, yes. Rebounding, yes. Less fouls, yes. Three-pointers, no. And we're seeing now that three-pointers are actually keeping LaSalle in the game. So what do you do if you're Xavier? You have to block the perimeter shooting. You have to block the three-point shots. And that's probably what Coach Aikakiki is talking about right now in the huddle.
Absolutely. You got to watch the perimeter. So now this is a 2-point game. And obviously, Xavier's going to get the ball back here. And, so far, LaSalle's defense hasn't really been able to stop him. Xavier's they're scoring almost every single possession. The one where Jeremiah took that floater and missed, that was like the first time they hadn't scored an offense set in a while. So they're doing a great job offensively. It's just a matter of keeping it up till the very end, because that's the only way you're going to beat this team right now. It's a very close game.
Guys, talk to them. Talk to their book.
Anyways, you talk about, a total momentum change for LaSalle. In the first half, we weren't seeing this from LaSalle. And even, I thought the key was getting the ball into the paint, which is what that started their momentum. Now they're kind of getting away from that, and it's their three-point shooting. As long as they get, if they're able to keep that going and continue to get that going, that's going to be a huge key for LaSalle, because Xavier really hasn't been able to, get the three-point going. Hilton's hit 1, Jeremiah's hit 3, and that's really it.
And here comes Xavier. They're looking for an offensive play, but the defense looking good. They're looking to go man defense on this one.
Absolutely. That's the one to go to. You want to get turnovers. That's the defense you're going to want to create turnovers with.
And almost happened just now.
Hilton drives, loses control of the ball, and that's going to be a turnover.
Fast break.
Here's Vergara, and he sinks it. This is a tie game, 61-61.
With 2 minutes left, we're like football. We have a 2-minute warning.
Plenty of basketball left in this game. He slips a little bit, but no harm done here as they'll get the ball to Jeremiah. It's a timeout by Xavier. I think that's a good timeout. Xavier looks a little sloppy there. And that's one of those times where they weren't able to find anything on that offensive set. And that's one of the things we were seeing early in the fourth quarter, is that Xavier is struggling to find openings on the, in their offensive sets. And, sometimes that offensive set, they would find an opening with Hilton driving or something like that. To LaSalle's credit, they're doing a great job on defense.
Oh, absolutely. LaSalle coming out of the previous timeout, we see how they are actually able to be aggressive. We're seeing how they're able to stop Xavier's offense. We're seeing how they were able to lessen the excellent ball movement that we actually saw from Xavier in the first half. It's a completely different story from what we've seen. The second half is completely different to the first half, and I gotta admit, LaSalle is a second half team.
Oh, yes.
Not a first half.
Right, and we talk about, the ball movement, right? Even though Xavier's still moving the ball around, like, it looks like with that pressure, that the defense that they're applying now, those passes look a little shaky. We're seeing some rough passes, that have been saved or whatnot. And even some passes that have, they've gone away for turnovers. So, give LaSalle credit. They've done a good job. Looks like Xavier will line up in a stack press break here.
If you're Xavier right now, you need to score it. Probably.
He'll find Gonzalez, and they get it, penetrating to the block right away.
3-second offense. 3-second offense.
And he just bursts off of that stack break, beats his guy right away, and at that point, really nothing you can do as a defender. If you're behind your guy and your guy's right at the rim, I mean, maybe you foul, but then you risk the rest. Then you risk an M1 as he fouls. Luckily, that didn't go in, and this will take Vergara to the line. But I might remind you, Vergara is the same player that airballed some of those free throws, and the crowd got in his head a little bit. Seemed to affect his game.
Foul on Matt Valentino. Team's third foul. Not looking as bad as foul trouble, but you got to be careful giving them 2 free shots on the line.
Xavier doing their best to get as loud as possible. And it works. He misses off the short iron.
If you're Xavier right now, you really must be relieved with that shot. LaSalle has been doing really well with their free throw shooting, especially in the third and the fourth quarter. So now we're seeing how they are actually able to get more of a lead, more of a gap. And Xavier,
and that shot means that missed shot means that they're going to have the lead no matter what happens. Gonzalez grabs the rebound, and here's a chance for Xavier to take a 2-score lead. So 2 big misses by Vergara. Though that could be the game. You don't know. Right?
Right. If you're Xavier right now, you kind of want to slow down the offense. I would think you don't want to.
You just want to score. You want to get that 2-point. Hilton drives and he scores.
Still
drives the basket. No one can stop him when he drives. He's too powerful. They have we'll have Jeremiah here. He makes the move. He drives.
Oh, no!
That looks like that could have been a foul. There's a lot of contact. The refs aren't giving him anything.
No, they are not. But
that's questionable to say the least. And obviously Jeremiah's going in there trying to get the foul call. Right. But he sold it pretty well. He used his body well. I'm surprised they didn't call it.
Ooh.
Oh, passes up on the step back, and he'll take a 3, and he misses. They're going to get the rebound. Vergara puts it back up, and Valentino gets the rebound. This is going to be a jump ball.
Jump ball, and it is going to go to Xavier. It should be going to Xavier, and it will.
Am I too loud in the mic, or am I too loud in the mic, or all right.
You're good.
All right, so Xavier's ball at the jump ball. Here's Osei Tutu bringing it up here. Xavier down 2, and I think you could see maybe a little bit of nervousness saying in there. This is the first time that they've been down in this game. They obviously don't want to lose this game. Here's Latardo.
And a foul called. We have a foul called. It is going to be against LaSalle.
That's going to be on Carl Mekki Vincent, and he's going to be shooting. Should be a 1-and-1 here, as that's the 8th team foul for LaSalle.
It's 1-and-1 time here at Xavier. If you're Xavier right now, you need to make at least 1. Hopefully both, but you got to make at least 1. Oh no, it's 2 shots. It was a shooting foul. I'm sorry.
It was a shooting shot. My bad, my mistake.
No problem.
All right, so.
Oh, Hilton coming out. I think he's wobbling.
He is
he's not.
Nah,
he's just
maybe
walking.
Maybe took a bad step. He's been out there. He hasn't. He really hasn't been subbed out. So
He's going to the trainer.
All right, so
Hilton is going to the trainer.
Oh, going 0 for 2 is Latardo, and that's big. You want to at least make one of those free throws.
Make at least 1. Yep.
And that ball's going to go out of balance. A questionable pass.
Xavier getting a huge.
That's a huge break right there. Yeah. That was a questionable pass. Xavier will get the ball back. But let's see how the Xavier offense will be able to function without arguably their best player today, Donald Wilson. As Jeremiah brings this ball up. Let's focus on the answer. Here's Latardo. Screen by Valentino. And the pressure getting to him, but Jeremiah recovers it. Here's Evangelista. He takes the 3, and it's rebounded by Valentino.
Offensive rebound.
Gets it back.
Oh, pump fake.
Passes up on the 3. Jeremiah takes the 3.
No
good. He's struggling.
They're looking for the 3-point shot, and it's just not working right now.
Right, and maybe that's just not the shot that you look for at this point in the game.
You're down by 2. You really need to work on the layup. When you're with LaSalle, yes, because the 3-point had been working for you the whole half. In Xavier's case, it only worked really in the first quarter.
Here's Vergara. He drives.
We have a foul. It will be against Diego Gonzalez. And we're going to have a sub. And the crowd is booing. Not nice. Feel bad for the ref again. Always feel bad for that guy.
The refs. At least that foul is on the floor as Latardo comes out here.
I believe he missed those 2 free throws. But thank you, Latardo, for your service.
Did he foul out?
Thank you.
He fouled out?
I believe he did.
No, because that foul is on Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, foul was on Gonzalez. That's right. 4. Definitely has 4.
All right.
Ooh.
Smith. Oh, Osei Tutu looks like he tripped there. And
it's
Diaz posts up, and this lead, 2-score game, 4-point lead for LaSalle. Here's Gonzalez. He's going to drive, and he misses.
No good.
That's a big miss.
And we got
It's
a traveling
a
violation.
travel on LaSalle. Xavier's going to get this ball back, and this is huge right here. You have to score. Xavier hasn't scored anything in this overtime period. You need to score
we got a
points
sub.
here.
And
This is
here,
Jack Olsen. He's going to come in for Diego Gonzalez. That's huge. I mean, like, I get, Diego, that wasn't exactly the prettiest of plays. Diego's your best rebound out there. He's your hustle rebounder.
And here comes the break.
That's definitely going to affect him in the long
need to throw
run.
the ball. And he
They
do.
get it to Evangelista. Oh.
They lose it.
All right, they're going to recover it. There's Keller. He'll find Osei Tutu. No, that was tipped away. And there looks like they might foul here as just under a minute left now. Vergara finds Smith wide open. He takes his time. He misses it. Valentino grabs the rebound.
Wow.
That's a big miss, and that's going to keep Xavier in this game.
And we're going to get a
Timeout, looks like, called by Xavier. And, Xavier did just look flat here, but you can't rule out a comeback just yet.
Oh, hello. If you're Xavier right now, you really have to make a quick basket and then possibly a foul because you have a foul to give. You have 2 fouls to give if you're Xavier. So you need to be smart with who's the one that's fouling so you don't hurt the team with foul trouble. So you need to understand quick basket, quick foul, and getting the ball back. That's your goal right now if you're
If
Xavier.
this is the starting 5, it looks like Donald Hilton may be back out there. It looks like he's ready to go. Looks like that injury wasn't too significant. But, look at Jeremiah Osei Tutu. Struggled a bit in the second half here, and he's not out here for this play here. So we'll see what happens. You gotta think that they're gonna run plays through Hilton.
Here we
He's
go.
their best chance. I would look
40
for a
seconds
drive,
left.
finding a drive through Hilton.
40
And they get the
seconds.
ball into Hilton.
You need a quick
He's looking
basket.
to drive.
You
He
need
does drive, and
Oh, no. He loses the ball.
they get the ball back. Keller.
Oh, no foul call.
What? Yeah, that was not a great play. McKellar looked like he rushed it a little bit. And I would think at this point that
They
maybe this game is just about out of reach.
Not yet.
Not yet, but
Never
we're on the borderline right there.
Never give up, John Cena. 1 foul to give for Xavier. Oh, no, 1 foul. 1 foul.
Too fast.
Timeout, LaSalle.
Well, with 26 seconds, it's LaSalle's ball coming out of this timeout, and the chances of a Xavier win right now, they're slim. Xavier just came out in this overtime period and they didn't look good. They weren't running their offense effectively. They weren't able to find their offensive opportunities as effectively. And on the other hand, all it took was two post shots for LaSalle to take the lead, both by Diaz, and that's what we talk about, getting the ball into the post. And that might very well be how they win this game. And we look at the starting 5 now for Xavier.
It's
no Donald Hilton. We
LaSalle
got
ball.
Keller. We got Danny Macarola. We got Jack Olsen. We got Robert Evangelista. And we got Matt Valentino. And out of those 5, Valentino and Keller are the only 2 that were in the original starting 5.
Right.
Valentino, the only one that was out here since the start of this overtime period.
Ever since the injury, for Xavier had to struggle with a huge.
Oh, they're going to get the ball back on this one. Yes.
Xavier gets the ball.
They get the turnover on this one. So a little bit of life here. As here's Macarola.
You need to go quick.
Valentino.
You need to shoot quick.
There's Keller.
He shoots.
Air balls in, and that's the end of that will be the
It
end
looks
of
like it is going to be it.
He just took too much time there. Look, he had the shot, thought about it a little too much, and took an off-balance shot there. And I would have rather had Robert Evangelista, who, from what I've seen, Evangelista, between Keller and Evangelista, has got the better shot of the 2. I would have rather liked a shot from Evangelista, or even Valentino.
Right.
Valentino's got a nice soft shot.
It looks like it is going to be 1-0 LaSalle in the 3 of our triple header. It is not over yet, Xavier fans. It is not over yet.
As they'll send Smith to the line here, 9 seconds left. In all reality, maybe a miracle comeback, but in all reality, not going to happen. As he sinks
And
that
that
free throw.
should be it. You would need at least a quick basket.
Yeah.
Now, what would you do? Would you miss the basket to start the clock?
At this point, there's really no shot. And you talk about it, I mean,
John Cena.
well fought game by both teams.
And it looks like the series is going to
Xavier
be...
was strong the entire game, and except for an OT. They really didn't come out strong in OT. I talk about LaSalle. LaSalle maybe not their best half, not their best first half, and their second half they started to show signs of life. We started to see a comeback, and they got it back into overtime, and then that was their best quarter. And then
you need to shoot quick.
It was
in a shot off.
In overtime.
Is that about? That is it.
In overtime, they got the 2 baskets that they needed. They kept up the intensity, and that's to be with 4.3 seconds left. That is the end of this game. LaSalle 72, Xavier 67. A well-fought game and a close game and a fun one to watch play. It was a pleasure to commentate.
Yep. Now let's. I think what we should do is actually see where Xavier struggled, because I love doing it. The Fab Five really wasn't in that much, but we have to understand what happened with Xavier. Xavier, we had Jeremiah. Big in the first quarter, came out, 3-point shots, making all of his free throws. Second quarter, doing the same. Third and fourth quarter, didn't really turn out that way, and we actually saw it live.
Well, I would like to talk about their 3-point shooting, because it wasn't good. It was not good. For lack of a better adjective, they weren't effective with their 3-point shooting. As you said early on, they probably had some success, but as it progressed, they weren't able to find success with that 3-point shot. And talk about Jeremiah, really didn't get that many offensive opportunities in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter, maybe looked like he was trying a little too hard, like trying to find openings and stuff. I mean, he played his heart out. I mean, the shots they took, they were right. Most of them were right on the money. Just they weren't going to go. Donald Hilton, I mean, what can you say about him? I mean, pretty much just drove the entire game. He had a 3 and a couple nice mid-range shots, but for the most part, he drove the entire game, and it worked. The defense was not able to stop him. He was either getting fouled or he was going hard to the hoop, and he was scoring. We're gonna transition into this JV game, and we're gonna take a little break, but we'll be with you shortly.